And we are
Gainesville
up
is
and
under
running.
a
Let's do
winter
it.
storm watch, so we might get a light snow tomorrow.
Oh,
Ah,
a light snow.
hopefully,
Yes.
no one forgets how to drive.
And that could wreck the South.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Oh,
A
believe me,
light
I
dusting
know.
on the, you know how many bald tires I see down here?
I used to
Oh,
live in
God.
Texarkana.
yeah.
So
Bald tires and two-wheel drive trucks. It's
if
gonna be the shit show.
if there was enough snow for you to walk outside and leave a footprint, everybody lost their damn mind.
Oh yeah, there was no
Uh,
Yeah.
milking bread.
School shut down and everything. It was ridiculous.
Uh, a simpler location. All right. So, last time, I mean, just I guess long story short, TLDR, you guys have approached as about as close as you can to what you presume to be the Zardarok Castle. Um, there was a small little combat where you fought this like frost-bitten, Chardolin covered being, but besides that, it was mainly just kind of traversing, making sure you got to the castle and being prepared and seeing if you spotted anything spooky. And where we kind of left off was one Jimothy and one Zoran, where slowly ascending the kind of like snow slash ice covered a staircase kind of like towards the base of the castle, or you presume to be the base. It's kind of the visibility is and as they're kind of going up, they hear someone, falling at terminal velocity, and then completely disappear into the kind of the darkness below. And yeah, so we'll just kind of jump right in, unless you guys had anything you guys want to address or mention from last time.
How long is our invisibility in place until we do an action? Is that right, Oz? Or is it an
It,
hour?
it's an hour,
Okay.
unless you cast a spell or make an attack, I believe.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, those are the end conditions. Well, if the hour comes up, you cast a spell or attack, or Oz drops concentration via getting hit in the
External
head, or just forgetting to concentrate on it.
Right.
Like,
Uh,
if an owlbear shows up, concentration probably not happening.
that would be
Timothy and I are screwed.
yeah, I don't know how you guys feel about having your fate in Oz's hands, but hopefully you guys have been with another been with each other long enough that you trust each other implicitly, or not, or just enough to feel like he won't drop that. But okay, so we'll have you guys as you're kind of making your way up. I'll have you just to kind of start things up again. Have you roll. I guess I'll ask you this: are you guys kind of like just right next to each other? The staircase is kind of like just kind of narrow enough that maybe one person could go up. So you kind of have to be like, one following the other. I guess who's taking the lead here between the
I,
two of you?
I thought our plan was Timothy up front, Zoran
Okay.
a few steps behind.
Okay. Let's quantify that like 5, 10-ish feet
Yeah,
relative.
yeah, I would say like 10. Just because
Okay.
I can't see him, but I'm assuming he's making his way. I just don't want to step, obviously, on his, be right on his heels when we're trying to get up there stealthily, well, quickly, I guess, and see what's going
Okay.
on. So I would say 10 to the best of my knowledge.
Right. I will have each of you first, just so you're not slipping or anything like that. I'll have you either roll an athletics or acrobatics check to kind of navigate whatever your preference to navigate, whether you're kind of like strength pulling yourself up or you're like conveniently placing yourself step by step there. All right. What do we got here?
So I had a 5. It was a 14 for me.
14. Okay. Yeah, so it's kind of slow. You're not like you're going relatively slow here. It takes, it's there's a whole thing of stuff. I mean, you have to focus on this. You have to focus on like making sure you're maintaining your grip or however you're stepping. You kind of have to, it's spiral enough. You slip every now and then, and like Zoran, you kind of like your leg slips, and it's kind of like essentially 2 rails. So there's really not much safeguard. Like you could literally slip and like fall through the side of the staircase. So maybe your leg slips a little bit. You kind of like and you like catch yourself, but both of you are able to kind of slowly make your way up. Jimothy, I'll have you roll a perception check as you're kind of taking point here. God damn. Okay. Jim Cena indeed. Yeah. All right. So you kind of notice as you're slowly making up, you notice that one of the steps actually has like, it seems like it's like a faulty one. Like it's, that if you were to step into it, it would give out. It was kind of weirdly like positioned. It's kind of like as it's spiraling up, it seems like there's like an additional like pseudo step, almost like it's a trap that it would give out there. So you see that.
So knowing that my friends cannot, well, Zoran can't see me. You don't have the night vision, Zoran?
I can see in the dark. I have dark vision.
I thought you said you couldn't see me for some reason. Or you mean like I'm far enough ahead that you can't see me?
Both of you are invisible, right?
We're invisible is the thing.
I forgot we're invisible. Okay.
We're invisible, but I was planning on having you go in front, so I'm kind of going, but I know you cast Psychic Whispers, and it's with Oz, Zoran, Bofades. So if you come across something, let me know, obviously.
Yeah, so I'll tell you then what I'm seeing with this step, and I will...
Perfect.
Do I hear anything?
Thanks, bud.
I assume I haven't heard anything yet, right?
No. You heard the fall of someone, and the kind of like whatever squabbles were happening that you kind of heard a little bit of.
Did he hear the splat?
They did not. Which is a little scary. Kind of give an indication of the fall they made.
Yeah, so I'll like tap on the wall right next to the step I'm referring to, so she knows which one I'm talking about. And then I will. I'm assuming it's like, is it a small enough section that I'm able to get over it?
Yeah, you can kind of like take like a, like maybe like skip that step, a little bit. It's a little bit awkward for you because it's a little bit shorter, but you notice that these steps are a little bit, in general, than like more taller humanoid folk. They're maybe catered to a particular type of individual. So it's not that difficult for you to kind of like skip a step.
Okay. Then I will continue on up, I guess, assuming I don't hear fall or anything.
No, you do not. Well, and not here. Maybe there could be another entrance, or maybe an elevator somewhere, perhaps, but certainly not here. So, okay. So you guys get about to the 100-foot mark. I guess 100 feet up, essentially, towards kind of approaching. And again, Jimothy, you spot another one. So there's 2 of these. I'll carry that natural 20 over, and say, okay, yeah, you're able to spot that one. I'll say you do, just to move things along, you do the same procedure, and you kind of tell Zoran that, or notify her that there's another one, and you guys keep pressing on.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna look back then and see how many steps we have, and maybe try and keep track of which step he's talking about. Because
Oh.
eventually Oz and Bophades and maybe Asilo will need to come up.
That's
Just
a
like
good
this.
idea. So Zoran mentioning that, I guess could I skip back down real quick and use my I think I have chalk on me. I do. I have a piece of chalk. Could I use a piece of chalk to like mark up the wall on each side of the step? So both walls on each side of the step.
Yeah, you could either give me survival / performance, whichever you prefer, or whichever's higher to kind of make a mark.
Survival or performance? I'll do performance, but I'm equally terrible.
All right. Well, it's turned out pretty good. So you you draw a little like skull and bones on it or something.
Like a
On
person
one of
falling
them.
to an emoji of a person falling to their death with like spikes at the
Yeah.
bottom
Yeah.
of the trap.
I feel like Zoran sees it and she's like, "Whoa." Okay,
Yeah,
that
you're like Jimothy,
disappeared.
quite the artist.
It's very
Yes.
graphic. On like blood spurting
Yeah,
out, their
right.
organs just pouring out of their belly.
I'm like,
Yeah.
Jimothy, don't take all this time drawing. You can go.
As
I'm
it would
not
just say, like, your
done.
hours up.
Yes.
Don't rush the artist.
This doesn't need to be a Banksy. Keep going.
It's a statement. Each of them.
It'll shred itself in 20 minutes.
That's right.
So okay. So with that, you kind of mark both of them, and you get to the top of the staircase. And then I will jump back to the rest of you first. 1 second before we dive in. All right, what are the rest of you guys doing? You guys just hanging out? Are you guys gonna start following at some point? You do have psychic whispers. If you, I don't know who you had it with. Jimothy?
So everyone but Asilo. So I'll let Oz and Bophades know that there were 2 trapped stairs on the way up, and that I marked both of them on the walls next to the stairs with a bunch of chalk. They will notice my fine artistry. It's unmistakable.
Perfect. Okay.
So did we want to follow up now, or do we want to stick to this being a scouting mission?
Well, we could go a little bit further and see what we find, and then let you know.
Okay, then I think my vote is for the rest of us to stay down here. I can't make any more of us invisible right now, so that's going to be a hindrance for someone like me who is not as stealthy.
Yeah, I feel very exposed on those stairs. The potential for not being invisible.
Don't expose yourself, Bophades. It's not worth it to us.
Oh no.
guess
Yeah, so
Jimothy-
I too think that we should wait until maybe there's potential for getting the door open or a way around that might favor us not getting something poured on us or dropped on us from very large heights.
Asilo is very confused because he's only listening to like half of a telephone conversation.
Of course, relay everything to Asilo and let him weigh in on how he's feeling.
I mean, I sound like a trash can rolling up the stairs or down the stairs, when I try and stealth, so,
All right, so that sounds like we'll wait.
All right. Sounds good. Okay, so then let me bring Jimothy and Zoran to the new map. All right. All right. Let's bring and we'll bring the 2 of you. All right. So we got 2 people on a new map. I think you guys are in this new map. You guys should be seeing like a
I
At
see a
least-
new map, but I see all of us on there. So
Yes, I
is
have
that fine?
all of
Okay.
you on
Oh,
there,
okay.
but technically
Okay, cool.
only the
Yeah.
two of you can visibly see. Okay, so technically a little bit farther back. So you guys get to the top here, and it's just kind of like this. It's kind of weird. Like you have this like somewhat like ice chunk sticking out, and then immediately like within like 5-10 feet from that ice chunk, there's like the base of the entrance of the castle. So for those of you that are there, these would be kind of like the walls of said castle. And then over here is this big old drop into nothingness. And then over here, where the door you see, it's like your first, seems like to be an entrance or gate in there. And I'll say this, you're not like, you fully stay up above the staircase. You're like, all right, what do I see? You know, you can kind of see this like peeking out. So.
And it obviously looks like a giant door, right? It's not like a normal size door.
Right. Yeah.
us.
It's
Yeah.
yeah. It's about like 10-ish, maybe 15 feet tall. Entrance. It's almost kind of like a gate rather than a full-fledged door. So, what would you guys like to do?
So you say it's a gate. Does that mean I can see through it?
Oh, I'm sorry. No, it is like two like 10 or 15 foot like double-sided like stone doors. No, not a gate. Sorry.
Okay.
The opposite of a gate, a door, or I guess
Um,
not opposite, but
And is this like a little arrow slit in the wall?
yeah. So give me a perception check, real
Yeah,
quick.
I'd like to go and peek into it if I can.
Okay.
Or who knows, maybe it's big enough for you to squeeze through. Since it's a giant building.
All right, with a 13. Okay, so and again, they would have disadvantage, right, to your perception checks, or if anything is there.
Right.
How that works, Oz.
Yes, I believe it's disadvantage.
Yeah, I think it's disadvantage to detect us. We don't get like advantage on sneak or on stealth or anything.
Perfect.
Yeah, this would be like the heavily obscured rules. If I believe.
Okay. Give me 1 second here. So you all right, so then I need to, I guess, why don't you give me a stealth check there, Jimothy, as well.
Ooh, I'll add a.
All right. Okay, that actually a little behind the screens here saved you. So you come up to this arrow slit. Maybe you're using your height, and yeah, sure enough, you see like it seems like these two one like almost like heavily armored like dwarven individual, but they have like this dark colored grayish skin. And then one of them is not as heavily armored. And it's kind of hard to see from your visibility there, but yeah, so you see the two of them there through that arrow slit.
Do they appear to be doing anything?
They're both kind of like one of them is kind of just like coming up to, and you hear them like chatting, and you can't understand what they're saying. Just one of them is kind of like checking in, and the other one's kind of like standing there like guard. They have a crossbow that they're kind of like, holding, or they have it to the side there. You assume that they were, would shoot through if they were to see any intruders.
Okay. Got it. I will mentally say to Zoran what I see. Well, I'll say to everyone. I mean, I'm not being exclusive, so I'll just say to everyone that there's a fortress entrance here with a big door and a little arrow slit with some dwarves in it with weapons. I think they're guarding it.
I mean, I speak Dwarfish. Do you want me to come up to the slit and try and see if I can make anything out?
Yeah, if you want. I mean, are they talking?
So it's more one of them like tells one of them something, and then the other one just kind of like seems to respond, and then this one over the other one that's not like fully guarded and has like the crossbows kind of starts walking off a little bit. It doesn't seem like urgency, like the conversation just ended and he's just leaving.
Okay.
Maybe they're just getting orders and then or something,
Yeah.
I guess. Okay. Then I don't need to come over if that's what you
Okay, then I will check this door and see if it seems to be trapped or anything.
Oh shoot, I forgot to lock it. So give me a investigation check, please. Okay. 15. Okay. So you come up to the door, and you notice that it is locked. It's not trapped or anything like that. They're kind of. It seems like they're barred shut, and it seems like they're not open from the outside. So there's not like It seems like there's got to be some sort of mechanism or something to open these doors.
Okay. I will. I don't see anything like that around here. Like, do I see any odd-looking torch sconce or something like that? It looks like it might be like a secretive thing, or is there anything really sticking out on this wall anywhere?
Second here. Why don't you give me a perception check? Another one. Having you re-rolling a lot here. Okay, so you kind of scan through here a little bit, and you note that, like, yeah, there's nothing like, some sort of mechanism so externally, some sort of like, or anything like that. And you kind of return back to like where the arrow slit area is, just to see if you're like, oh, can I spot anything? And you notice that there is inside, like, by the dwarven individual there, like a lever or some sort of wheel that you presume that he's the one that's like that can open it. Or it opens something rather. Maybe not necessarily that, but
Does it look like it's something light enough for a magical hand to move?
So let me see here. Probably not. No, I would say no.
Too heavy for that. Okay.
Like it's a little bit more mechanical, or they didn't design it well enough with some sort of effective pulley system to minimize the force or whatever.
Okay.
Timothy, do we think that if it's going to be night soon, we could wait, see if they switch guards, and we could maybe levitate a rope over to it and then pull it at night when they're not like super alert? It's also, what time is it? Like, for our gaming purposes?
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, you kind of rose up. It took you, you guys kind of settled in for the evening, and you pretty much tackled it first thing in the morning. So, I would say, depending on how early you would get up, it could be like 8 or 9. But it could be as late as like 10, 11, depending. It took probably maybe an hour or so to kind of get here to like the part where you need to cross, and you're probably at like the 20-ish mark, maybe 25-ish mark of your invisibility.
Mm. I mean, Jimothy, does it seem like the guards are maybe paying attention a lot to like the slit? And do you think we could maybe somehow slowly feed a rope kind of on the ground and maybe they wouldn't notice if we kind of went slowly? They just might think it's like a rope that's just randomly around. Do you see a lot of ropes maybe? I don't know.
Do I have an idea? I mean, do I have an opinion on how attentive these guards look and whether or not they would notice something like an extra rope laying around?
So you kind of gathered that when at first when you kind of spotted the two chatting, like the first one was a little bit more like upright, you know, standing sentinel to kind of like keep guard or his post. Now the other guy a little bit later when you come back and see, you know, spot this lever sus mechanism a few moments later, he's kind of more of in like a leaning against something, a little bit more lackadaisical, probably not as caring as much as he should be.
They might not notice. I don't know for sure.
Could you ask the group if maybe there's a way we could have the guards sleep? And maybe I feel like maybe Bofades has had someone sleep before in our battles. Maybe we could have them go to sleep and then we can tie the rope and open it and get ourselves in? Maybe? I don't know.
Sorry, I'm reading something here.
Yeah, no worries. Go time. This is always the tough part about things is getting in.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I can pass along what Zoran suggested if we think that's the best method. I mean, the door's barred from the inside, so we're not going to be able to pick the lock or anything. And I think I mean, if we don't see any other alternative, does it look like this little ledge around here can go anywhere secretly? Over here?
So, yeah, so you kind of look over there and you notice that it does kind of like the castle kind of like extends out to it, and you're probably the only one that could hug maybe the side of it, although physically on the map you probably couldn't actually traverse through there. I'd probably have to move you, but you could like wrap around a little bit. It would be incredibly dangerous. You'd have to like tread very carefully. Now this is like, you know, maybe a foot and a half, you know, 2 feet at the widest at certain points. You're not sure how much more wrapping around you can do. This is definitely a much more narrower path than where you were. So it just probably barely fits your torso.
And this would be like fall to death heights, right?
Yes, fall to death heights.
Okay.
At least what you perceive. You don't see like
Yeah.
an immediate bottom from where you're at. It's a little bit cloudy up here.
Okay, that doesn't seem worth the risk. So I guess I will. Yeah, I will.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I will pass along then what Zorn suggested, that maybe we get the rest of the group up here and we try coming in through this way. And I think we have a few ways that looks like it would be possible to do this. And then maybe we can stop the group just outside of earshot, I guess. I don't know. Like,
That's good.
was there anything else that we saw that where they're going to be able to get detected? So like we're in that stairwell coming up. We didn't come across anything else until now where it seems likely they're going to get detected. I guess we came across that open field, right? Without invisibility.
Yeah, that's probably their most like. But what you kind of perceive from here, there's no one like standing outside and looking down, as of right now, anyway. So you feel like they have a decent window of not being spotted as long as they're quick enough. It seems like in their current situation, this is the ideal time to move in.
Okay,
If
I
they
would
want to do
suggest
so.
to Oz, then I will maybe I'll move out of eyesight, and I'll suggest to Zoran that we move out of eyesight of this slit, however far back we have to move, so we're not in eyesight of this slit.
Sure. Fair enough. Okay.
And then tell Zoran and Ophades that maybe the three of them should try to come up now. It doesn't look like anyone is looking, so maybe you guys can hurry now and try to come up.
Awesome. Let's do it.
Okay. I will have all right. So I guess the kind of first step is kind of getting down to the point where you have to I guess how are you guys doing it? Are you guys kind of going in one by one?
Yeah. So both Hades is first he's definitely going to hit a silo with some bardic inspiration for whatever he may need in the future. It might come in handy for something. There. And then I'm definitely going to cast disguise self, and I'm gonna try and make myself seem as inconspicuous as possible. Maybe look like the things that were stumbling around or something like that.
Like a snow tumbleweed.
Yeah. Like a street cone that I'm just sort of walking in. No.
Street
Yeah,
construction cone, a bright orange one.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
A
Yeah,
snow
yeah.
plow just paving, a clear path.
Exactly. Perfect.
But yeah, no, I'll just try and make myself seem pretty inconspicuous, like what I think one of the little zombie guys would kind of walk around looking like, something like that. That's maybe something won't notice it, right?
Okay.
At least that's the hope.
All right. I like this idea. Okay. So you do that. You take the time. Okay, so they would have to roll an intelligence check against your spell save DC to be like, wow, this is I've never seen an orange traffic cone before. No, I'm just kidding. Okay.
Bird
So,
eggs.
all right. I guess anything else? Does anyone can do anything before they prep their descent before they ascend?
We were told that now seems like a good time, that eyes are likely not on us.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Oz is going to trust his companions and take the shortest distance across the open path. Like if there's like a clear cliff face that he can get up next to, he's going to go straight for that before going to the stairs and just hug alongside that. That's going to be his path.
Okay. All right, Asala, anything? Fair enough. All right. Then I
There's
will
still less
have.
footprints, assuming
Yeah.
there's snow and it's not super
Yeah,
compacted
that's
ice.
true. So I'll have the three of you roll perception checks first to kind of see if you spot these, or survival checks, whichever is higher for you, to see if you
And we
spot.
roll one of each and pick the highest.
No. You may roll one.
And I'm gonna at least keep an eye out to make sure I don't see anything, I guess, and maybe have my bow ready in case I do see something.
Okay, yeah. Why don't you also give me a perception check with that? You're kind of maybe they give you a little bit of confirmation that they're going, and you're kind of looking out for them. Okay. So we got a 10, 22, 12, and a 22. Wow, okay. All right. So yeah, it's not too difficult. It's relatively fresh. It takes you Oz sees it really early on, but the rest of you, it takes a second, but then you do spot them. The tiny the halfling prince, and then you see with the and you see Zoran's prince eventually, and you're like, oh, okay, this is the way. So you guys start following along, and you get to the point where you would probably be the most exposed, and I'll have the three of you give me some stealth checks if you're trying to be stealthy.
I'll try.
Try
Go any
indeed.
lower. No.
You got something.
You do
in
have
your
that
pocket,
D8.
though, if it helps.
If you want to use it for this, you can.
Sure, why not?
Oh wow, a lot of mileage on that D8.
So that makes it a 12.
Yeah,
my
okay,
stealth
much
check.
better. Okay. Yeah. So you're, Bofades. You're like, wow, I am one with whatever I'm supposed to be here. You're like really sneaking along here. You're holding a
The
position.
traffic cone. Yeah, the traffic cone.
You won with the traffic cone. The rest of you are like, wow, look at Bofades go.
Did he
and
just
then
put
Oz
out a
and-
cardboard box?
So Asilo and Oz, not as stealthy but you can't quite tell. You're just kind of making your way across, moseying. Zoran, you you immediately spot the three of them. You're like, wow, okay, guys. It takes a little bit. It's a little bit trickier to see Bofades. You're like, what is he? You're more confused rather than, and then you see the other two. They're able, they're kind of hugging the side there. You guys both look down, and you see, or if you choose to look down, to see the drop that could face you, but it's not dangerous enough that you're kind of able to comfortably, somewhat, sidestep to the base of the staircase here. All right. Is there anything you guys want to do now that you're at the base here, the three of you?
And I would assume start making my way up the stairs.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
if they said the coast is clear, my assumption is it's clear all the way up. Let's mind the gaps, looking for Jimothy's artwork
Mhm.
as we make our way
Yep.
up the stairs.
All right. I will have the three of you either roll an athletics or acrobatics check to see how you navigate this snow/ice covered staircase. So choose your poison there. Okay.
Or-
All right.
Jimmy, I just realized I think your chalk is the same color as snow.
I was just wondering, like, are we looking for like little pictures of like geriatric people being stabbed? Is that what Jimothy's artwork is?
You notice that the person falling into the spiky things for some reason has a cane that they're holding onto to indicate senior citizen. One of them has bifocals. I was like, why? Whatever he could to indicate that they're old. No, okay, so yeah, not great. So 11, 11. Yeah, you're Bophades, Asilo, you're, slowly, your legs kind of like wobble a little bit. You know how like when you step on ice and you kind of like gives out a little bit, but you catch yourself. You're holding on to the rails. Oz, on the other hand, you slip,
Mm-hmm.
and you're gonna take a little bit of damage. You don't completely fall off. So you're gonna take, as you kind of like slip a couple steps and take a little bit of damage here.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing too bad, unless it's
75 points of bludgeoning damage.
yeah. You will take 3 points of bludgeoning damage. As you're kind of like making your way up the staircase here.
You think we could take a short rest?
It does make like an audible like clang sound as you slip a little bit, or like whatever, maybe some part of, if you have any metal on you or something, like hits this one of the rails. But you do make a
I'm sure
sound.
my staff would just whack into one of the railings.
Yeah. And the vibrations, they kind of like reverberate. Soren and Jimothy, I guess everyone hears this.
Oh no.
Let me see if this guy hears it though.
I'm going to minor illusion right above myself, just the image of the stair and the railing, like from like the perspective above. I'm gonna try and hide behind that.
Jimothy and Soren, why don't you both give me some perception? Roll this a lot, but it's really the major skill here. Okay, so 11, not quite. 18, Jimothy, you hear that from the like arrow slit area, you hear some voices. They call out as like you don't understand the language, but you hear somebody like call out to. It seems like that individual, at least from the arrow slit, and it's just like a few words, it seems, and then that's it. Okay. So the rest of you, you guys could just continue climbing up, I'm assuming, or do you guys stop? Okay.
Yeah.
So you,
unless Oz is committed to the need for a stop.
Well, I feel like
let's take a breather here on the staircase.
I feel like Oz like took his first step, slipped. Oz will. Yeah, I mean Oz is just gonna continue.
Okay, so I'll say that with the bit of maneuvering, let's actually have you. Who's Silo? You're taking point, or Bophades, you're taking point here?
I was gonna take point.
Okay, I'll have you roll a survival or perception check. I'll let you pick.
I was going to say, now that we've made it across the open field and onto the stairs, putting the big guy up front.
Yes. Okay. So, let's see here. Let me check something real quick. All right. So you're kind of climbing up, and you're on the lookout. You're aware of this, like, that Jimmy has told you about this drawing. And you see the first one, so you're just like, okay, here it is. So you I don't know how you're going to relay, but you see the first drawing of like impending doom on one of the steps from this chalk sketch. You notice that there was a bit of detail.
I just kind of tap my head and tap the wall, point down. To indicate, hey, I see something right here. Since we're trying to be stealthy.
Yeah. Okay. Right. So you see that, the rest of you kind of nod, and you guys make your way past that. All right. So Okay, so so you keep climbing up. You get to another one, and then unfortunately, this one you do not see. And the print, and I'm gonna have you roll either a dexterity saving throw or a strength saving throw there, Silo. Whatever you prefer. Okay, so you kind of step and you don't really see. Maybe you're about to. You see the drawing and you just, I don't know, somehow maybe a lapse of the mind or something like that, and you step through and it gives out this step, and you kind of kind of falls through, and it seems like you're about to go with it, but you kind of catch yourself and you hold yourself up. The rest of you, the two of you right behind, see Asilo, his leg gives through, but he catches himself. He does not fall to his death, as he's able to, bring himself up. Definitely, if
one-handed pull-ups on the edge of the step.
Well, I mean, it's not the most sturdy staircase, especially for, someone that weighs however much you weigh.
400 pounds.
So it's definitely a little bit creaky, but it is metallic. So at the very least, you have a little bit of confidence that he might be able to support you. But you don't get to unfortunately see this drawing, and that plank piece or whatever just gives out. Sheet goes, falls and into the nothingness. Okay, good save. That could have been. It wasn't a very high DC considering you could die, but still very risky. Okay. Eventually, after a bit, you guys make it to the top. It took you, I would say, a little bit less time, considering you have a little bit of we had information going ahead of time, just probably slowly because of your roles to kind of navigate the steps. So I would say Jimothy and Zoran, you see the three of them get to the top. You two have about 15 minutes-ish of your invisibility left.
I just rolled a Constitution saving throw since I took damage. So invisibility is still up.
Oh, yes.
Hey.
I appreciate you keeping yourself honest. And I did not catch that. So thank you. Nice. Okay, so I will activate this full part of the map here for everyone. So you're all there, present. I wouldn't say Oz is leading there exactly, unless you want him to, but you're all kind of congregated there.
And where is the arrow slit?
It's kind of over here.
Oh, okay, so there's a little gap right there.
Yeah, there will be a little gap. You can kind of see it as you approach.
Yeah.
Granted, you're not invisible, so.
So I'm gonna hold Silo back for a second or something, and tell him, "Hey, we're waiting back here just so we can talk about a game plan." But yes, the slot is over there, and there's a door over that way. I kind of point, but obviously he can see the door, I would hope. But
yeah,
the slit
big,
is over,
10,
over by there.
almost 15
Yes.
feet tall,
Yeah.
double-sided stone door that's sealed essentially. So
Yeah. We have a few options, I think Jimothy and I kind of came up with, but and I don't know what best to do. So Jimothy and I only have 15 more minutes of invisibility. So if we need to do something stealthily, we could maybe go over to the slit and do something. Maybe
Yeah.
mage hand
see
a
what's-
rope over there, or
Can we see
Yeah.
what's in there?
Yeah, I was gonna ask, from this distance, can I see anything into the slit?
no, you'd have to get kind of close. I would say within a square, essentially 5 feet, maybe 10, but you'd have to get relatively close, as Jimothy did. You could stealth your way up. It's there's a little bit. It's not like a.
Timothy,
I don't know how you would do it, but if you want to position yourself or hug the side or something, or
and
how-
you would check the lock and everything on the door, right? Like it's
Yeah, it's barred from the inside.
okay.
yeah, so there's no like lock outside. It's like completely sealed, like solid chunk of stone, essentially.
Well, Fades has an idea.
Oh, I like an idea.
It does involve recklessly teleporting a invisible individual.
I like a little recklessness.
Can you
I had
teleport
a-
someone invisible?
I had a similar idea, only not being invisible.
Can you teleport someone invisible? You have to see them to do it.
It's likely going to depend on the spell. A lot of them are probably going to require you to be able to see them.
Or touch, at least, I guess, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I guess like because you're able to communicate with each other, I would say that you're. I would say this, like if it, I mean, I guess depending on the spell you it is, we'll kind of gauge that. But I would say there is a possibility amongst you that you could do it. If you were in combat, I would say no. But since you're using this out of combat, I would say, I can probably work with it depending on the wording of the spell. So, what'd you have in mind there, Oliver?
Well, I mean, I was thinking like we can see into the arrow slit, right, and see that there are guys there. I guess I don't know what teleportation does when someone comes out on the other side, even if they were invisible. How many people might notice in there that something happened?
There's a big flashing arrow overhead that's like
Like
someone
blink, blink,
just
blinkety,
teleported.
blink. Okay.
I guess it depends on the spell that you're trying to use. Like if it's like Dimension Door, like a glowing door opens up at each end.
My other thought is there was potential that we could just like there's light coming from in there, so there's clearly a torch or a flame of some sort, right?
Okay. Yes, that is true.
We could smoke them out and have them open the door.
That is an idea that could work.
Hey,
I think it just depends on, do we want to be quiet and go inside, or
I mean, I guess, yeah, I mean, it depends really on like, if it's just that one guy or how many more, or
Wait, is there just one guy in there?
there was two. Timothy saw one or two of them on set, and then one of them left. There might be another one there again, but at most you've seen two. I'll give you a hint here. I'll tell you this: that there are more than two individuals in the castle.
That makes sense.
Whoa, that
I mean,
doesn't sound right.
I assumed in the castle we're concerned about this particular room.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, for like insurance purposes, fires happen all the time, daily. So, I mean, we could try and smoke them out. They could try and leave, I guess.
Yeah,
What happens if we smoke out 400 people?
that's the question, isn't it?
Wait, so is there any it has been relayed to me that there's a lever in that room somewhere?
Yes.
Yes.
Is there?
Oh, can we mage hand this shit?
I already asked
Already
if
asked
seemed
that.
like if it was light enough to mage hand, and
Yeah,
we
see,
could
it's
mage-
a little heavier.
But we could potentially mage hand a rope in
Okay.
the lever.
Hey,
Okay, so
Maybe.
what if we put Jimothy in that? What if I oh wait, something just popped up here.
Okay. Oh, let me bring out your book.
So,
You gonna throw a
regardless
book
of
through the
what we
window?
do, this is just going to hover right next to Oz, I'm going to say.
It's
And
supposed to be tiny,
it's-
right?
It's supposed to be tiny.
Yes. Let me edit this token, or I'll let you edit this token, I guess.
Okay, let me see if I can do this.
If not, let me know. I was like, that's a big old book.
I don't know. Edit.
If not, I can do it. I was just kind of.
I'm getting
Okay.
there.
Well, if your book can.
Where's the size option?
All right. So that guy is still. There's still a guy in that room, right?
I
Yes.
mean, right now you can't tell. You're not. You aren't close enough, but yes.
Okay.
The last.
Zoran,
Not
yeah,
time to
Zoran
open,
and
yeah.
Jimothy tell you that there
Oh.
is a guy in there.
I'm gonna try something, and then I'm gonna have Timothy check the room. I'm gonna try and put him to sleep.
Okay. All right.
Is that acceptable to?
And then we
I
can
don't know
try
what
to
to-
rope over, or like mage hand the rope around the lever.
Exactly.
Does it look like we'll be able to pull the angle that we have on this lever? If we get a rope over it and the rope comes out the arrow slit, are we gonna? If we pull on the rope, is it just gonna pop off the handle, or does it look like we'll have leverage where we can actually pull it down?
Because the
Yeah,
other
what-
thought is, if he goes to sleep and we can't do the rope and the handle, we can just put someone in there.
Yeah.
So I'll say this. Yeah, to answer your question, there, Matt. That yeah, it would be able to. It'll have to require a roll. You will have some awkward mechanical disadvantage
Well,
in per se, but like you will have to like
Okay.
do something. So it is possible. I would say
Okay.
like if you fail to roll, then yeah, probably not. It might slip off, or like you feel like
Okay.
oh, I can't pull it in this particular way. But yes, I would say that I would not be like oh, well, what a dumb idea.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, is that how you guys want to proceed, or do you guys want to do?
I'm
Do
good
we
with
have
that.
a consensus in this approach?
All right.
How?
You know,
I have a question. How big is the slit again?
I actually I haven't even told you. It is probably about like actually let me confirm that. I have something in my mind, but there's
Just small enough that you can't fit a rope through it. Just kidding.
No, it's not that small.
And an arrow through it either, I guess.
Yeah.
Doesn't. I would say it's
I
probably.
just got roofied.
I would say it's probably like maybe like a half a foot, maybe a foot wide, and like I don't know how tall, but I would say that's you. Yeah, if I would say you're able to fit a rope in there for sure. If that's I don't know if what you're looking for something specific.
Could a tiny object get through?
What are the dimensions typically of a tiny object? It's a great question.
It's fuzzy. Like I think a cat. Could a cat jump through? Because
Yes,
I
I would
think
say
a
a
cat
cat.
is a tiny creature.
Yes, I would say a cat could jump through. Yes.
Okay, so then in that case, my spectral mimic book can just hover its way on through if we need that to happen.
Okay. So we're going to go with the sleep approach first. Is that correct? And then setting the book in there, or are we doing book first? Do you want to clarify things?
I'll let Bofades do what he's doing first.
Okay. All right,
Okay.
then I will have you cast sleep at whatever level you want there, Bofades.
yeah. So I'm gonna try and like just target that room to really just focus on that person, I guess. So I know it's a 20-foot thing, right? But
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, at third level, you cast it. Oh man, oh man. You just got it, my friend. As he, you notice he kind of just like, maybe you don't hear, but you hear like a thud as someone collapses to the ground, passed out.
yeah, boy. All right.
However, you do hear someone be like, say something,
Go ahead.
still within that room.
Still in someone else in the room?
Someone else in the room just kind of like, you don't know what they're saying because I don't think any of you speak this language. What languages do you guys speak again?
I mean, I think Jimothy was gonna go up to and see if what happened. So I think it would be on Jimothy. But if we can all hear it from where we're at, I can speak Dwarvish, Giant, Orc, and Elvish, and Common.
Okay.
Are they speaking Celestial?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. It seems like if you guys want to go through the other languages, but yeah, these are so far no one can understand what has been said.
I'm gonna send the book in.
Okay. Le book is going in. Okay. Let me clean up some of these map things here. All right. Greg, I will. Yeah. Well, let me move in this thing for you.
I'm not. If there's a wall there, then I'm not going to be able to move it through the wall.
Yeah, that's why I'm
likelihood.
moving it for you.
Ah.
Oh, I'm not sure how much visibility this thing is.
So I'm guessing at this point, Jimothy and I are still invisible, but Jimothy's up at the slit, and so is Oz to have his book go in.
I think Oz is not. I think Jimothy is, though, correct? Yeah, okay.
Yep.
So, Jimothy, yeah, you're up against this. Like, you see the book go in. Your book is in there. I don't know what. Okay, it does. You change the visibility. Okay, so yeah, you see this guy. Oh, let me indicate that he's unconscious or asleep for now. Where is the unconscious one? He's sleeping. Sleeping.
Okay. And then, so my book is sending this back to me, and it's not invisible, by the way. It's just a tiny spectral object. So the other guy probably notices this book.
Okay. So, all right. So this guy sees. Okay, we'll see. We'll do this in order here. Actually, no. First, you send this in. Jimothy, do you want to do anything as this book goes in? I'll give you, because that technically would happen first before this guy reacts.
I just want to watch for anyone besides the unconscious person to be doing. Well, I just want to see if anyone comes in or is doing anything or starts raising an alarm or something like that.
Okay. So if you move the square over to your right a little bit, yeah, just one more. Yeah. So I'll let you. You'll see. You'll see that this guy will come in, and then he sees the book come in. I don't know how much you can see there, Jimothy, but there is another guy that approaches. He sees the book. He's really confused, and then Then you notice, Jimothy, that he just immediately disappears.
Like poof disappears, or doesn't
like poof disappears, yeah.
Okay.
And then starts going away. You hear some steps going away, and then is gone. All right. So as of right now, you do hear some words being said. Again, there, Jimothy, but you're not understanding what's going on. So,
did I see this guy see what Oz brought into the room?
Yes, he did. I think he reacted to that, and he's, instead of like checking on the guy, he kind of like starts running off.
Okay. I think they are aware something's going on. They saw your magical effect there, Oz. And
that was well planned and thought out on. You know what? I'm going to blame the book. The book really wanted to go in, so you know what? I obliged.
I knew I should have had Jimothy check again to make sure that there was.
Would just thinking out loud, but would Jimothy's cloak or coat or whatever, vest of many eyes, whatever it is, would he be able to still see the person as they went poof?
Correct. Actually, you're absolutely right. Thank you for reminding me. Yes, Jimothy, you with your cloak of many eyes, very terrifying thing. You can still see this this individual kind of like scatter off and try to I don't know. He's shouting. He's saying like something, but you can't quite understand what he's saying. But yeah, for you, you still see him.
Okay.
But he kind of like disappears from your line of sight into like I don't know, another room or into a hallway or something. You're not sure. You don't hear like a door open, close, anything like that.
There's no one else in the room that I see.
Nope.
Okay, as soon as he leaves, I'm going to say, let's mage hand in the rope now.
Okay. You guys have a brief window here. Yes. Are you taking the opportunity to capitalize on it, or what do you guys do?
I'm concerned that, knowing that, somebody was in that room and left the room, we don't have a lot of time.
Mm-hmm.
So, if I could do something incredibly stupid, I walk up, look through the arrow slit, and I will misty step over to the lever.
Okay. All right. I will move you in. Give me 1 second here.
Full commitment.
Players should be committed for their reckless commitment to plans. I always say.
Oz is also gonna misty step into the room, full commitment.
And Bofades will definitely give Asilo some bardic inspiration when he sees this happening.
Okay. I will move Oz into here. Give me 1 second, please.
Timothy will let out a loud war cry. No, I'm just kidding. I won't do that.
Well, yeah. If I see Oz moving over, then I will also cast guidance before he makes his way over.
Okay. So, all right. So,
and I am aware of me casting that spell that I will no longer be invisible. So
okay, so you drop your invisibility. So I would have you drop that. Make sure you note that.
Yeah.
Oz, I guess technically you would also drop yours, right?
Oz has not.
Oh, you're not visible. Sorry, Jimothy, you're the one that's coming in. Jimothy, you're still outside, correct?
I am. I'm looking inside the arrow slit, so I just see Oz or Asilo and Oz, I guess, appear on the other side.
Right. So yeah, they
you can just open the thing yourself. It's gonna be like a handle to like an oven or something door.
So I instantly run over, find the lever that they were indicating, and turn it, pull it, whatever.
Okay, so this is the lever. You don't have to worry about any mechanical advantage or anything like that. You're strong enough to pull this lever. It was more of like you're going to use the rope. And sure enough, you open the... you unlock the first door, and it opens.
So I'm so glad this wasn't one of those like where it pops up and we're not sure when it's going to open.
30 minutes later.
You notice that there's another like wheel here. You're not exactly sure what that is. Okay, so let's okay, let's pause there for a second. I'm gonna pause this. So you're not getting all randomly moving around. And Kim to give you a description of what you guys see in this room. So yeah, this seems like to be some sort of like guard post. It's kind of like it seems it's heated from the kind of like and illuminated from the braziers. They're filled with they're not like the ones that you saw and with the frost giant girls or anything like that. They're filled with glowing hot coals. You see that you see that this is the arrow slits here. A floor to ceiling iron cage is in the middle of the room. It seems like it contains like some sort of elevator shaft with chains running up and down away from it. It seems like the chains are in constant motion and you hear like loud mechanical noises higher up the shaft and farther down as well. So it seems like you can go up or down from this thing. A double door is embedded in the middle of the wall kind of opposite to you guys. So over here. And air enters the room kind of like from these like large openings. It seems like there are also like arrow slits maybe to like attack or anything like that. Okay, So, and then you see this kind of like winch over here, and then you already activated this mechanism, this lever. So, what shall you guys do here as you guys get in here? Okay, now I'll pause it if you guys want to move around a little bit.
Silo,
Well, so,
can you see anything here?
What do you mean?
Do you see any kind of token there?
No.
Okay. For some reason, the book thing is invisible, and I don't know why.
That is odd. Why is it invisible? Explain yourself, book.
Yeah, that's what I want to know. Like, vision, identity, appearance.
I haven't seen anything about the token, or seems like it does have dark vision. What is up with this book? Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not seeing.
There we
anything.
go. For whatever reason, it was invisible. It had the like effect invisibility on it.
Oh, okay.
So
Nice.
now there should be something visible here.
Yes, there is.
Good.
Thank you for clarifying that.
It's
Okay.
supposed to be spectral,
Hmm.
which
Okay.
you know.
Well, you guys have a brief window. You notice that the doors start opening. There. Timothy, Buffetti, Zoran. What are you guys doing?
Is there another door in front of us?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So you guys notice that on this side, there seems to be some sort of one of my favorite words, a portcullis,
Hey, okay.
kind of like preventing you from going to the other side. So a double door action here.
Okay.
But I think
Guess I'll-
Timothy's still psychically connected, right? So
Yeah. It's does it look like it's probably is it big enough where it's probably mechanically raised, like it's not something a person could just open? Or is there like
Yeah,
a
it seems
door
there's
in the
some sort of
gate?
mechanism to open it up or something.
What's that? Sorry?
Yeah, it seems like it requires some sort of mechanism to open it up. Yeah.
Okay. And there's not like a person gate in addition to it, like that you could walk a person through without opening the whole thing.
Yeah, but it seems like you have to open the whole thing.
Okay. Well, we're still stuck out here. There's a second door.
I will go spin the wheel.
Okay.
And buy a vowel.
All right.
Oh wait,
Before
it
you
has
do
to
that,
a consonant.
a silo and actually, why doesn't everyone give me a perception check, please? I'll include it here. Get everyone. Looks like we're missing Bofi's there.
yeah, sorry, trying to get.
and I think Asilo still has a bardic inspiration if he needs to use it. I don't know if he does.
Oh yes, you did. I think get it again before you went into the before you what's it called, Misty Step. Or, I think that's why you cast it again in there.
And
If you
Oz
like to.
has guidance, but he doesn't need to use it now if he doesn't want to. So
Perfect. Okay, great. So Asilo, you're not really aware. You're kind of like maybe focusing in on. I'll have you roll and make sure you got this. Give me an athletics check to open or to kind of like start turning this winch. The rest of you start hearing some like commotion as like you hear some like quick pattering of steps, some voices, maybe a little bit of movement coming your particular direction from like I don't know. You can't quite see Oz. Yeah, you seem like it's coming down from this long hallway over here.
I'm gonna just continue to send my spectral book just to see what's going on.
Give me 1 second here. Okay, so yeah, you bring up your spectral book. Yeah, you see that there's kind of like a room or some sort of doorway over here, and you see there's a long hallway over here. You hear, I don't know if you can hear through your book or however that works. You see a long hallway on the other side as well. But you notice
Let me double check that. Yeah, it can hear and see. So it's got dark vision with a range of 60 feet, and it can hear probably as good as a player character could, I would guess. It's not like it's got, I don't know, dog ears.
Okay. All right. Well, then, I'm gonna do something here that I think.
Silo, do we want me to try to quickly get the hut made in here? Or are we just going to swing away at whatever I'm hearing coming down that hallway? And by we, I mean you.
And I will once I get this portcullis open, I will, probably rush to meet our friends. If you want to stay here and attempt to cast a tiny hut for us to take refuge in any fight that ensues, I would say that would be a good use of your time.
Mm-hmm. That's kind of where I'm at. So I am going to expedite the ritual cast of Tiny Hut. Still gonna take a minute.
Okay. I'll actually. I would recommend you. I'm gonna stop you from doing that. So, but right before you do that, I'm gonna have all of you actually, so you don't waste or start casting the spell or you're into it before it. So I'll have all of you roll for initiative. This is gonna get a little dicey here. How's this gonna play out?
I am going to commit to my tiny hut, Celso. So
I mean, if you'd like to,
No. If we're rolling for initiative, Oz would know that someone.
Oh God.
How do
I am going to use my bardic inspiration on that roll.
Did everyone get a chance to roll here? Or...
Sorry, I've been using the legacy character sheet, and I switched over to the official dark mode one, and I have no idea where the initiative button is on this one.
Oh, okay.
It's under your proficiency.
Mm-hmm. As soon as I find that, I'll let you know.
Okay. I see.
Jimothy's in the BRB for Jimothy.
Okay. That's fine.
Oh my God, were any of us paying attention?
I was focused
Dorn
on
was.
the portcullis, and I tried to be inspired and preparing for combat.
I mean, the good news is 3 of us are just staring at this portcullis going, portcullis!
I will update your initiative here at the silo to 10.
Okay, so
Very, very important.
Mm-hmm.
It actually does help. So, okay. Man, what is this? This is the part I was worried about. All right, let us begin. Goodness gracious. All right, let's see how this is going to play out here. Okay. So, we're in round 1, and fortunately enough, Zoran, it is your turn. You get to go first.
Yeah, I just don't know what to do because I see this door and I can't really do much.
You notice that I'll say that before this whole combat started, like you see a little bit of a, like it raises as this, like you feel like okay, maybe a silo or someone on the other side is doing something to like open the portcullis, but it's just not like open yet.
I don't know if that helps anything for me. Do I know what this is? It made of wood or something? It's steel, like that's what I can see. The gate or the
Say
door.
again?
It's made of like steel.
Yeah, it's like not, I think it's an iron gate, but yeah, essentially some metal.
Say that again?
It's like an iron gate. It's like a metal.
Yeah. Okay. I guess I can go up to this little portcullis or the slit and see if I can see anything. Maybe I could try and like aim for anything, but I don't feel like I can see anything in there right now.
Yeah. You're more welcome to hold
Yeah,
an
I can't
action or
see.
anything like that as well. That's also a possibility. If you don't feel like you can do anything, but
Yeah, I will just have my arrow out and if I see something coming through like the door or something, maybe aim at that, I guess.
okay. All right. Okay. So I'll say you're holding that. Jimothy, it is your turn.
Yeah, I guess I will just. Still don't see anything, and the gate's not open. So I'll hold an action to if I see an enemy who is clearly like heading. Seems like they're alerted and aware of my friends inside. Then I'll attack them.
And I don't know if this was addressed. Is Jimothy still invisible or can I see him? Can we all see him?
No, he would. He hasn't done anything, right? So I'm assuming he's still invisible.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So you're
For now.
For now, yes.
So yeah, that's it. Just holding an attack, I guess, if I see an enemy.
Okay. All right. Now for. Oh God. Let's see how this is gonna work out. Okay, so it's gonna be this guy's turn. Okay, so somebody's gonna move. Movement speed here. Seems like slow. Okay, slow as shit. Perfect.
Remember that they can dash if you need them to.
Yep. I am dashing. So Jimothy, you see someone coming in to the portcullis, maybe like an area just on the other side of the portcullis. If you choose to fire, they will get a little bit of.
What?
Well, I guess it depends.
Is he running like towards me?
Yeah, it seems like he's running like, or he's almost like reacting. He's not like running toward. He kind of stops there. It seems like he's just got there. He's got Let me see about sorry, 1 second here. It seems like he's got a hammer that he's holding on to. Seems like not quite large enough like a war hammer. It seems like almost like a one-handed hammer or something like that.
Okay. And is he running south like towards, or is he running?
Yeah, it seems like he's like running into the room to see what's going on. That seems like his whole vibe here.
I'll wait then to attack him.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. That will be his turn. It'll be Oz's turn. Oz, you are up next. Would you like to continue? Oh, he just stepped out. Right?
I think he committed to casting the tiny hut.
I'll confirm that. I mean, you could do it, I guess, but
It's going to be 10 rounds of combat.
yeah, I don't want him to. I personally would feel bad if I'm like Yeah, no, you actually said it. No, this combat's already going to be difficult enough for me to just be randomly punishing you guys. Okay, Greg, it is your turn. Are you just confirming? Do you want to commit to casting the tiny hut here? I will say you don't have to, but I am not going to be the agent of your character, so feel free to do as you please.
Mm-hmm. I had hoped we would have at least a minute before this happened, but apparently not. Okay, so far we are just hearing footsteps and maybe voices from like this direction.
Bang and clicking. Yeah, over there. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And
So
you actually see, I guess, your book would have seen somebody coming in from this room, and they'd go like towards this like area here. So
okay, I guess let me look at the details about my book. I have to use a bonus action to move it. Yeah, I don't really have a lot of bonus action stuff, so I guess I'll move it here.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna leave it there.
Okay.
And I suppose I'm going to move here. I'm going to move Oz up next to one of the walls. And I'm just going to leave the book there.
Perfect. Okay. Is that the turn?
All ready. Nope. I don't think I can ready a spell. If I do that... Did Jimothy attack this thing? No.
No, he did not. It didn't seem threatening as of yet. It seemed like more of it was just like, what's going on in here? What's the deal with all the racket?
So if Jimothy is still invisible, I'll just stay where I'm at.
Okay. Cool beans. All right. It is going to be guy's turn. Which guy? This guy. Okay. He's going to be trailing this guy here. So he can occupy the space of your book, or no? I don't know how that exactly works.
There's special instructions for that.
I think it said it could move through people, but not objects.
It doesn't occupy its space. And yeah, I mean, it can pass through creatures, but not objects. So since it doesn't occupy its space, then this guy can move into its space.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. He will take that space there. Give me one. All right, so he will shift over here, and that'll be his turn. Okay. So that's that guy. Okay. Oh my goodness. Sorry, this is going to be a little slow. I'm tracking an X amount of enemies here.
Is it an X amount because they're friendly?
Yeah. Also that. Okay. So, which guy is next? It's this guy. Okay, he's going to move. How much? It's going to do this. How much? Okay, they can move a little bit faster. Okay. So, all right. Then it's going to be this guy's turn. He is going to move. That position there. Then this guy is going to go.
This would be a great time for fireball.
Okay. All right. And then it is also Kylo's turn.
I'm just standing next to the wall cranking it.
Okay. Yeah, you may spend your action to crank it. I don't pick up on these things. I'm just like, oh, until like after I say it. Okay, give me. I'll have you roll an athletics check here, and this will dictate how fast you get it to open. If you roll past this DC, you will open it this turn. If not, it'll take you another turn.
16.
Okay. You do succeed. So you are able to open it quickly enough to open the portcullis here. As you're like, but that'll be your turn essentially. But that'll be an action essentially. You'll get some movement if you want. Or actually, that'll probably spend the whole time. I'll say that's going to be your turn. Sorry.
Yeah.
So you notice that the portcullis, it has been raised. Yeah, that'll be your turn. Up next is a certain guy. He's actually, what is he gonna do? Do something real quick. And he is going to move it. Give me once. Okay, so and then it's going to be Bofades' turn. All right, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. So I'm gonna pause here for a second.
The GM has abandoned us.
Yep, we just get to make our own rules.
Yep.
Dang
you guys the entire time.
Dang it!
When the GM
Okay.
wasn't looking, I pushed the wall over and killed everybody.
No. All right, Bofades. You get to see the portcullis. The portcullis is open. What would you like to do?
Okay.
You see a couple dudes coming in, or it seem like they're trying to come into this room.
And they look like they notice us.
I mean, they see 2 of you.
Okay. I am. I will ready an action here.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? I'm just going I'm gonna cast this here. But it is so the action I'm gonna ready is here for when any one of these guys come in. I'm gonna cast pyrotechnics on this
So for any guy that comes in that area, wait, hang on a second. Let me see here.
Smoke or fireworks?
Basically, I'm gonna ready an action. So when one of these guys walks into here, I'm gonna cast the fireworks to explode from there to attempt to blind and disable anyone in there.
Okay, I like it. Okay, cool. I'm glad you're using the spell. I really think it's fun, and you're getting get some mileage.
It doesn't do any damage, but it's hilarious. Like,
Yeah, I mean, it could be the decider of certain things. So okay, I will. Okay, so you will do that. Any movement or anything like that? That's your. Or I guess no, you're just holding that action. So say that's going to be your turn.
yeah. So I feel like I have to stand to be in line with it to still see him. So I can't step to the side. I don't want to step any closer.
Okay, so
Yeah.
then we'll move on to.
I assume Jimothy's wondering if he can cut the portcullis to fall back down. Looking at these three guys, and the gate opens, and he's like, "Oh fuck."
Okay, so up next is individual who will remain unnamed. Okay, another guy appears. All right. This. I will say this guy does that. This guy. It's gonna go. That's gonna be his turn. Gonna go fast. And then... Okay. All right. Top of the round here, Zoran. You are up.
Okay, so this door is open.
Yes.
I can see these guys.
Yes.
They
sorry,
haven't.
were you holding something, or I forgot?
Well, I held my action, but had they actually tried attacking us yet?
No, none of them. They're kind of like all like rushing in here. You know, they do have like they're like they have like hammers in their hands, and they're like wondering what the heck's going on, but they're not like, you know, violently approaching you quite yet. They do. I mean, they're more just like caught off guard, and they're like reacting to like intruders essentially. So,
Jimothy's still invisible, so I'm not sure if his plan is to go in, but I feel like our whole point was to have a silo or someone, our friends, open this. So I feel like I need to go in and maybe try and find some place to hide behind.
yeah.
Dang it. Yep, I'm gonna move up then.
Okay,
I'll
you're
move
going
here. And like, is this an empty room? I guess I see like little box things or whatever. I just don't know what those are.
Those are just
if I
like
can...
stone, just like kind of cracks in the stone.
They're what?
They're like cracks in the stone, like of like the. It's like kind of like cracks in concrete. It's like all like stone and cobblestone or something.
Okay, but so this room is empty then.
Yeah, from what you can tell, it's a little bit. Give me a perception check, I guess. I'll let you do that.
A 12.
Yeah, from what you can tell, there's nothing in here besides like these guys on the other side of there. And there's like seems to be like some sort of brazier here.
Okay, and this is just like a slit to the outside, or I don't know what that is.
I mean, from what you can quite tell from your positioning there, so you're not sure.
Not sure. Okay. Gosh, I don't know if I want to go all the way up. 5, 10, 15. But I feel like it might give me some coverage. Okay, can I make it to here? Just so I can maybe give myself like a little bit of a, I don't want people from around here to maybe see me. I don't know.
Okay, so as you do that, As you walk past there, sure enough, yeah, you didn't roll with your perception to see enough. It was an arrow slit, and someone was on the other side, and they're going to use an action to shoot at you with a seems to be a crossbolt. So give me
I feel
one.
like I was more exposed being back here, so.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Okay. Give me one split second here. I appreciate your patience. I figure out this nonsense here.
All,
Okay.
all good.
Okay, so he is going to roll to attack here. So does a 21 hit your AC there?
It does.
Okay, so you will take you oh dang. Is that right? Oh, okay. Okay, so you will take 6 points of piercing damage. You will chunk that from there.
Okay.
Okay.
So I moved. If I were to communicate to Jimothy via our psychic whispers or whatever to tell him something, would that count as an action?
No, I'll
Probably.
say that's
Probably not.
free. Yeah. I think you're
Okay.
good.
Then I would like to tell Jimothy that there's an archer to the left of this room when he comes in, and to be careful.
Okay.
And then for my actions, I would like to point my arrow at the dude that's in here, if I can try and
Yeah, I mean,
hit
you do
him.
see like a little bit in there. He'll have some cover, so you'll have to.
I mean, he's the one who hit me versus the dudes to
Sure.
the right of, like, in front of me. So I'm gonna try and go with this one, I guess.
Okay, fire away.
Do, do, do. And let me know if I have to like roll with disadvantage or something, or
No, I'll just account for the cover
Okay.
with their AC. Okay, yeah, unfortunately, yeah, with a 20, even though it's a pretty decently sized roll, like just the cover, it's just like a little bit small, just hits on the side of the wall there, and it kind of like it doesn't stick to it, it just kind of falls to the ground there. So like a little point.
So I'll try again. So this is my second attack on my first round. Yeah. 2
Okay,
dice.
yeah. Fire away.
24.
24 does indeed hit.
Okay, I have an extra D8 if the attack hits. So 17. And then what did I roll? A 6? Okay, yeah, I can't re-roll that for now. So for 17 total. And then I have one more roll.
Yes, this is your first.
Last one.
Roll away.
Oh no. A 19.
Yeah, 19 unfortunately is not enough.
All right.
Okay.
I told Jimothy what's going on. I'm up here. And I think that's all I'm going to do.
Okay. All right. So I guess, Jimothy, since it hasn't quite reached your turn yet, I guess, like, and you got this information, like, I will say that because you were holding something, I'll say that if you want to fire at one of them, knowing that, I'll say you can't do that. That could be a trigger if you want to.
Yeah, sure. I'll fire at the one here I can see clearly in front of me. This one there.
Yeah. And then we'll jump into your turn over. You'll get one roll to attack, essentially.
I believe you have advantage because you're invisible when you start the attack, and then
Yes.
you drop. Not that it helps, I guess.
I don't know why I rolled 3 times there.
Hey, you're gonna bitch slap this dude inside his own head, and he's not even gonna see it coming.
16.
Okay, a 16. Unfortunately, he seems to be pretty heavily armored. For the most part, and yeah, it just seems like he's able to like bash it or like whatever. Or I guess I don't know how he would deflect. I guess you would just miss with the psychic blades. I don't know how that works, but
Probably just miss. Yeah.
yeah. Okay, so that will be I guess your trigger attack, and then we'll move into your actual turn. So you have your full action here.
I will actually try to attack again, I guess.
Okay.
Same guy.
Same guy. Okay, you no longer have invisibility, so it would be straight roll there. What is this?
How about you go ahead and get wrapped?
Let's talk about those 2 1s that you rolled on the D6s.
I'm gonna do a Savage Attacker.
Yeah, definitely on one of them for sure. Oh, dang. Okay.
So it would be 11 psychic instead of 6.
Okay.
Well,
Oh, 12. Yeah, no. Yeah, 11 psychic.
don't you double the damage once you reroll both dice? Because it's a crit.
I think you can do Savage Attacker to reroll 1 die, right?
I do not know. I guess if you could check that.
But
That was
it's
my
a,
fault.
but it's a critical hit. I don't know.
Yeah, he rolled 1 on one of the d6s, and he re-rolled. Well, he rolled 1 on both d6s, and he re-rolled one of them, right? So
Yeah, I think I would just reroll 1 damage die on the roll. So just turn 1/1 into a 6, basically.
yeah, maybe do a little. Yeah, feel free to investigate. I'm not gonna,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just 1.
but still
It'd
pretty
be
good.
legit if you could turn 2 of them.
I'd be very sad.
Yeah, roll again.
Yeah, why not?
Oh, it says once per turn you can reroll. When you roll damage for weapon attacks, you can reroll the weapon's damage dice and use either totals, not 1 die, but dice.
Okay, then that clears that up. All right, re-roll the other one as well. I will say that I would say for this you would have to re-roll them.
So it would be 3 and a 6 instead of a 1 and a 1. So 9, so 13 spikes by damage instead of 6.
Okay, wow.
And then I guess I got a little next action attack that one again.
Okay.
Well, you rolled 2 twos at that point. You're slowly going 1, 2, 2.
4s.
Yeah.
So is your second attack one more than 66, I guess?
Yeah, but bonus action attacks are D4s, yeah.
Do you not get sneak attack?
No, I don't have advantage, and there's no one next to the creature I'm attacking.
I guess. Yeah, because the first one I think you missed. Yeah, so you lost advantage.
Advantage, yep.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
but you got 2 crits out of it, so I guess.
It worked.
yeah, you notice that this individual is bloody despite his heavy armor. He takes quite a number of hits. So
I mean, I
Okay.
guess us as players, we don't know if this person is on our team or not. He could be switching sides. So.
Yeah, is he an enemy of my target? That would count for sneak attack if he was an enemy of my target.
say right now I'm leaning towards no, unless there's something in the rules that says otherwise.
Maybe he has a personal vendetta against him. We don't know.
I just
Okay, then I guess for now that will be it. I'll just stand where I am, I guess.
okay.
Do I still have that speed movement thing from you, Zoran?
Yeah, I would assume so.
Okay.
Okay. So give me 1 second, guys. I will be right back again.
All right, let's move all the pieces around.
Move all the enemies.
So
to
the thing is, the long strider is for an hour. So if we're done for the hour, then you wouldn't have it anymore.
I don't think so.
We are.
Yeah.
Huh?
Invis lasts an hour, right?
What?
Does invisibility last an
Yeah,
hour?
yeah. Invisibility
It
lasts
did, but
an
you
hour.
didn't. But you did an action before. We don't
Right.
know how
I'm
much time you
saying
have.
invisibility just dropped because I just dropped it, and I got invisibility at the same
Right.
time you gave me the long strider, right?
Yeah. Right.
So I think
Yes.
I still have it.
Yeah, you still have it. I would say you still have it. I would say, depending on how long this combat goes, probably will end. But
Okay. So yes, you still have Long Strider then.
if you want to use that.
I'm just wondering, just trying to get an idea of how much movement speed I'm going to have. So I'll just say where I'm at.
Okay. Cool. All right. So it is going to be one of. Oh, funny enough, it's going to be that guy's turn, the one you just shot up. I believe. Yes. And he's going to take a step in the direction of Jimothy there. Bofades, would you like to activate your thing?
Yes, 100%.
Activate
This
my
poor
trump
guy.
card.
Boom. So that's going to be a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, he will roll that.
DC 14.
Yep.
And fails with a 6.
What a
Boom!
loser.
Explosions of light and fire
Raises
blind this man or thing.
Jesus.
All right.
Yoda's long lost brother.
Yeah.
So he is going to be. Oops, and let me talk about status here.
Whistling kitty chaser right to the eye socket.
And right when it happens, Bofady yells out, "Let the show begin!"
Perfect. All right, where is the blind? Is there no blind? What is this? There's gotta be a blind. Am I blind? Where is this condition?
Second row.
Second row?
Yeah, second
Oh,
row.
he's already active.
First icon.
Sorry.
It's the eyeball with a line through it.
Okay, it looks like it's already on him, which is really weird. Okay, I was like, wait, why am I seeing it? But I guess it already put it on there. Okay, nice. Thank you. You're here. Okay, so he. Okay, so now he's blinded. How? Let me look up that up.
So he automatically fails any ability checks requiring sight. He has disadvantage on all attack rolls, and all attack rolls against him have advantage.
Okay, so he is going to. I'm gonna have him roll to see if he can actually. He was trying to get to Jimothy, and I'm gonna see. He's gonna. Well, I guess he's kind of facing one direction. He's gonna try to charge ahead.
Double forward, you big dumb bitch. What?
Or charge ahead. His movement, and he's gonna swing wildly and see. Does he make it? Okay, so 5, 10. 15. Oh, he actually doesn't even have enough movement, so he's just charging ahead, and not gonna be his turn. So he's gonna charge up to Jimothy, or at least something here, and then, actually no, that would make sense. He wouldn't do that. He's just gonna charge here. That's gonna be his turn. He'll waste the extra movement. Okay, Oz, you are up.
Phenomenal. I can see Jimothy through the book. I am going to use one of my 3 casts through the book to cast slow.
Okay.
Okay, that was weird. So I don't. It's a 40-foot cube, but I don't know if. I don't think it can really cover this based off of how spells work. Because I think a spell like Fireball says that it goes around corners.
Okay, so it has like explicit language that it does go around stuff.
Fireball does, but I don't think this does. So my goal
Okay,
is I'm
yeah.
casting this, and I want to get these 4 in this hallway up kind of towards the top.
Perfect. I'll say that you can do that of your choice. Okay, so yeah, we'll do those 4.
Like that guy, and this guy.
Perfect. Okay.
All need
then
to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, I'll have each of them roll that. Wow. Wow. How about 4 failures?
That's great. They all have -2 to their AC and their dexterity saving throws. They can't use reactions. They have half movement speed, and they can either do an action or a bonus action on their turn.
Wow, this is a GM's nightmare of a combat here. All right.
You're welcome.
What a good time. Oh. Yes. All right. Keep me honest as I'm attacking or moving around on that. So, but a hell of a turn. Wow, what a pulling out the big guns. I see. Okay.
Oz is gonna just step back a little more.
Okay. That's going to be your turn, I presume.
As an action, movement. Yeah, that's gonna be my turn.
Perfect. Okay. Great. So it is going to be one of the many slowed individuals. Which one? Going to be this one. Speed is halved. Wow, they don't even have that high of a speed, so that's going to suck.
Can we just run them into exhaustion where they have to go take a nap?
Yeah, I mean that's what pretty much Matt Timothy said. Okay. All right, so it is going to it's this one, right? Yeah, it's going to, fortunately enough, have enough movement to get into here, and use now. Okay, it's gonna swing. I guess it would make sense, right? Like if it uses an action, right, and it has there's a little bit like it's gonna swing twice because it's got multi. It's gonna essentially it would just use that one action, right, or only be able to do one swing.
Yeah, it only gets
Yeah,
one melee
regardless.
attack.
It says at the bottom of the first paragraph, regardless of the creature's abilities or magic items, it can't make more than one melee or ranged attack
Oh,
during
thank you.
its turn.
That's
A
exactly
very clearly written spell.
Wow, it really is punishing. Okay, so well, he's gonna take one swing with his hammer against Zoran here, and fucking flop like an idiot. With a 7 to hit you against your AC. There's Zoran.
That does not hit.
Yeah, I know it does not, but feels good to tell me no. Okay. All right, it is gonna be another guy's turn. Okay, so now what do I want to do here?
I just love the materials for the spell. Molasses. I just threw a bunch of sticky shit on them and now they can't move.
Well,
It's more so the manifested book just vomited it out of its maw.
His turn. Long here. He is slowed. He is going to. That's going to be. I guess he's. That does that. Okay, that'll be his turn. So many of these freaking guys. Okay. Okay. And then. All right, and it is now Silas' turn. After some moments of silence there, as I move these guys around here.
All right. Knowing that this guy down here is still incapacitated, I will start moving towards the rest of my group. 5, 10, 15, 5, 10, 15.
Okay.
Yeah. 20,
You
25, 30.
So actually, before you move in, you actually realize that you bump into some thing in front of you, and you cannot move past. So I'll have you move back 15 feet there.
Like right
Sorry,
here?
you can move up. Sorry, no, you can move up one square. You can move this one, and you'll stop there. So you notice that there is. How does it work? I guess you're bumping into something.
If I'm bumping into something, I'm going to, and I don't see anything. I'm just going to take a swing in front of me to move
All right.
whatever's in my way out of my way, because I have better things to do.
Okay, swing away. You will roll with disadvantage there, but
I don't know why it's still rolling 2 rolls, but anyway. With disadvantage, does a 22 hit?
good. Good lord, man. Yeah, it does hit.
And I'm going to go ahead and savage attacker that roll. And I'm going to keep the original 8 damage.
Okay. It takes it, I guess.
8 bludgeoning, unless it's undead, and then it'll take 4 more.
It is not undead. So yeah, it's still up and kicking.
Okay.
Now, I guess here's a question. I should have been a bit more prepared in terms of like if you hit something that is invisible. I guess it still remains invisible.
It's invisible if it makes its Constitution saving throw. For
right.
concentration.
If it's a spell.
If it's a
like,
spell. Yes. Okay. Yes. So let me roll that check here. Thank you. Oh, it actually fails it. And it actually becomes visible. I am having the worst luck today. All right. As you see this large thing in front of you here, of this large, like gray dwarven dude here. So yeah, you can roll the swing again with a regular straight roll here.
So seeing this thing appear in front of me, I will bonus action Thunderous Smite.
Of course.
And then I will take my second swing at it. See if I hit.
And his name is John C.
Dude, I'm just straight up not having a good time here.
Oh, whoa.
Did John Cena hit?
Well, I don't know, because it keeps rolling 2 dice, but the one that it counted was a 15.
I think you need to get rid of the corpse hammer the weapon and then re-add it and see if that fixes it.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this weapon. I want to give you the natural 20. Yeah,
I feel like maybe at some point, you had disadvantage or something.
I don't know how to. It's like.
But I don't know why it keeps doing
I don't
that.
know which one came first.
Hold on. No, exhausted is not enabled, so that's not it.
Do you have anything under the effects tab?
That's where I'm looking. I've got integrated protection, dueling, divine health, disease immunity, and ring of protection. But I mean, none of those would do that. So I just deleted it and, well, I made a copy of it. See if that does anything.
I mean, if you copied it, you might copy what is wrong about the weapon if it's weapon specific.
Yeah, it's still doing it. Delete. Yes. Oh, you stupid thing. Sorry, it's on my other screen. I have to items SRD. Corpse doesn't pop anything up in the
And just like that, a magic weapon is just poof. You may need to add the item for him.
Yeah, because I don't have it.
All right, let me see if I can do that.
Yeah, it doesn't even pop as an option.
Okay, give me 1 second. The importer. Oh. For some reason, I cannot see the importer. What the heck's going on here? Where's the items?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'm not seeing what the heck is going on. I should be here. I'm not sure what's going on my end here. I cannot give you said item, which seems kind of ironic. Okay, I will. Yeah, we're gonna have to, I guess, just kind of press on for now.
See, so it's just a D8 extra damage. I'll just roll a regular Warhammer swing. And then see what happens, because I think a regular Warhammer does the same damage. Nope, even my regular Warhammer's doing it.
What is going on?
Sanity check. Okay, Oz does not have the same ability to double up. Although the icon for Warhammer is different between the two of us.
Oh, let me try and add a different Warhammer. Where's it at? Oops.
All right, I come bring us to a complete stop. But I do want to figure this out because I mean I don't want to like you be rolling natural 20 and then not getting them.
A Warhammer, like, I don't know where these other items came from, so I'll delete that Warhammer. Hey, so this one just rolled a single dice.
Perfect. All right. Okay, I guess we'll just I don't know. Part of me is willing to believe it chooses this first one, so you just get a 15 to hit, but I just don't want to. I feel like I'm punishing you for potentially having a natural 20.
I mean, it's up to you.
Yeah, you know what? I'll give it to you. I'll say from now on. So you got the natural 20, so feel free to.
Okay, so
That's fine.
so okay, so that would be the bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, and then maybe the radiant. I believe that's right. You could cast Thunder Smite, right? Yeah, Thunder
Well,
Smite. Yeah.
Yeah, Thundering Smite. It needs to roll a DC 13 Strength save.
Wow. I've been failing everything. It fails at the 6.
Okay, so it will take that 2d6 thunder damage.
Yeah.
On top of that, and it is knocked back 10 feet and knocked prone.
Okay. So how much total damage there?
So that would be 13 plus 8 is 21.
All right. That is actually enough to describe thine kill.
So, like, since he startled me and I smacked him and he startled me again, I just, like, you just hear this loud boom and just chunks go flying down the hall.
Yeah. As he flies down the hall, and he will return back to his regular size, but he is very much deadzo.
And I'll move my last 15 feet.
Okay.
Because I'm still trying to get to my friends.
Perfect. All right. That was that guy's turn. All right. Bofades, you are up.
All right. Well, that one guy is right there, charging blindly in front of me, so I'll fire at him. Does a 15 hit?
Is it this guy you're talking about?
Yes.
Does his AC go down, I believe?
AC -2.
Okay, the 15 just hits.
9 damage, 9 force damage.
All right. Yep, he's still kicking.
All right, and I fired a second one.
Ooh, man, Bofades came to play.
For 8 force damage.
All right, I will invite you to describe your kill as you blast this guy.
Oh man, I just imagine he's recklessly just like running, and this force damage just pops him backwards. You know, right in the dome, and just right in front of Jimothy, just crumples going down.
Perfect.
Then I'm just like, I got you, bud.
Timothy does like the Darth Vader death grip as it goes down to the ground.
Nice. All right. Man, you guys are rolling rocks, and I am not. It is not going well for me.
Jimothy checks his age as he crumples.
Okay. Any movement there, Bofades?
Yeah, I'll take 2 steps forward.
Oh, okay. Very nice. I haven't hit you guys at all, except yeah. So cool. Okay.
Can't be too careful.
I mean, you let me run into you.
Yeah, I mean that's my fault.
I almost tripped over you.
We got some private rolls here. Okay.
No, that is my turn.
All right. Yes. Yes, he can. All right. Something's going to
Hey, let me put it in my inventory.
swing at you there.
So it's actually a rare item. It looks like it has a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls from what I'm seeing online.
Mm.
So I just modified a +1 Warhammer and added the undead thing to it.
Nice. Okay. Hopefully
Which
that
is-
works. Give it a
Which is just it rolling 2d8, I guess.
Okay. So, all right. Okay.
So hopefully that works. If not, I can try and tweak it.
Give me 1 second, guys. This is the very much fun part. There's like a slew of enemies, and they're all like, it's like you guys are like, it's either the 2 of you or 3 of you, and then a bunch of enemies, and then 2 of you, and then a bunch of enemies. So bear with me here. Okay. So that's gonna be that guy's turn.
That's because we all rolled so exceedingly high. at
Yep.
the start
You
of
guys
combat.
rolled rocks and they rolled like hot garbage. I wish I could show you my horrible screen here. Horrible tracker thing. Oh,
Yeah, you're welcome to show it. So that we can help.
So he's just actually gonna step into here. That's gonna be his turn. He is, yeah. I mean, these guys are all slowed, so that's all he got. Okay. This guy. He is actually going to take a shot. Zoran, does a 20 hit your AC?
It does indeed hit my AC.
Okay, you will take 7 points of piercing damage as you are shot again through the arrow slit there. It's gonna be one of these fools' turn. Okay, so he's gonna. So this guy's gonna come up. Oh, sorry, he's gonna come up just here. Sees a silo on his buddy here, and he's gonna take a swing at him. Hopefully hit, probably not, considering my luck here. Yeah, no. Does a 17 hit your AC there?
Nope.
A silo. Nope. All right, and all right, and where's this guy? Okay, this guy is down for the count. Okay. Top of the round here. Actually, given the time here, we're actually gonna stop at this at the top of the round here, just so it's good place, convenient place to stop. Sorry, I had to just spend the last few minutes just kind of getting through these guys, but
Yeah, it's
so
all
yeah,
good.
we're gonna stop there for the evening in the middle of this combat. As I expected, this combat would probably be a multiple session one. Yeah, exactly.
Hey,
Definitely.
no strategy making, between now and next week.
Yeah, I mean, I really thought, Ben being alerted and coming around was gonna bite you guys in the butt, but considering I've been rolling like dog shit, and then failing all my saves. You guys are in a prime position here. So
Yeah,
yeah, we'll
and-
stop there this time as you guys investigate the rest of the castle after hopefully overcoming this combat. But it seems like you guys got it in hand.
Yeah, instead of no new strategy, we should say Celso cannot implement like, worse dice for the rest of us. That'd be terrible. So whatever our
Yeah.
dice, algorithm is now, that'd be great to
You
keep
guys like,
for next
wait, why
week.
am I rolling d10s now? What's up with that?
I tweaked the weapon a bit, so now the extra die should be like in its own row when it's rolled. So hopefully that's a little easier to parse.
Silas, you could try. Could you
Yeah,
try rolling it,
I'm gonna
even
try
if the game's
rolling it
paused?
real quick. I don't know if I can or not.
Could you do like privately? Oh, okay.
There you go. Is that you?
Well, that was me.
Nice. Very good.
Nope. It
Nope.
started
Two
rolling
dice.
extra dice again.
What on
What
earth?
the heck?
Hold on. Maybe it's because I have 2 of them in my inventory.
Maybe.
I mean, it looks like it's got a different token.
Nope.
This is bizarre. Okay, I've never.
Hold on. Let me delete this one. Yes. And try and add it back into my inventory again.
And you're sure you don't have some sort of disadvantage or something on your character sheet somewhere?
No,
Yeah, I
still
have-
two.
Because it keeps.
I'm gonna go ahead and head to bed, guys, while you guys work on this.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, no worries.
Have
Yeah.
a good
Matt.
night.
Good night.
See ya.
See what?
See you guys.
I just feel
I
like
have
at
no
some
clue what's
point you
going
had
on.
like disadvantage on something, but I don't know why it would keep doing it.
I mean,
It's not even indicating that it has disadvantage. It's just rolling.
No, but I can just see his
Multiple
dice,
die.
and it's taking the lower of
Yeah.
the 2 d20s.
that,
So
no. Like I even
His name
see,
is
he has a 20 and a 9.
No,
Okay,
it's not
now
always taking the lower.
it's not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I thought it
Well,
was
did
gonna be
you
something
change?
like that.
Did you change something?
no. I mean, the only thing I changed was like out of my effects, I just deleted exhausted. Nope. Didn't mean to click that.
Oh wow, you're a soldier.
Yes. Delete.
Or you're like child soldier, literally.
I was
He's young
built
enough.
for war. I mean, that's my whole thing.
I guess I don't understand what's going on. Like, can I just throw this in items? That's annoying. Because, like, obviously I don't have a Warhammer. I'm just doing this to try and figure out what's going on here. I'm out of ideas.
Yeah.
I guess I could
Because-
just roll
yeah,
for you the whole
Yeah,
time.
I was gonna say your Warhammer doesn't normally get 2 dice, but you did get rid of exhausted, which now it's doing just the normal die instead of the lower.
Yeah. I'll look into it.
Yeah,
By
I
next
mean, that
time.
time it
No.
took the lower one.
The 18, yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
I think it's rolling a normal one, and it's always taking that one, and for whatever reason, we're getting a secondary die roll, set of die rolls.
What if
Yeah.
we got rid of your whole character sheet and then you just restarted?
Let's.
I'm just saying, sometimes it's nice to like delete and start from scratch.
That's a
Yeah.
lot of deleting.
I mean, just
Yeah.
keep note of like what you have, but something must have gone wrong on your character sheet somewhere. I don't know where, but
Yeah. Just hang
isn't
in for
that
next week,
easier? Yeah.
And I'll look into it.
Yeah,
I gotta
I'll-
hop off here, so
I'll Google some
Yeah.
stuff and see if I can find anything. See
Yeah,
if it's
let
like
me
a
know.
known issue.
for sure.
All right. Well,
All right, guys.
We'll see you guys. Have a
Thanks,
good
Elsa.
good night.
So,
Thanks,
yeah.
Bye,
Daniel.
guys. Thanks again.
Bye, Greg.